Last weekend, Evolution 2016 took place in Las Vegas, commonly referred to as EVO. Evolution is the biggest fighting game tournament of the year that happens annually, featuring games like Street Fighter, Smash Bros, Guilty Gear, Marvel vs. Capcom, and Mortal Kombat. EVO is the yearly celebration of all things fighters, and is the biggest gathering of the fighting game community, commonly referred to as the FGC, in the world. As a casual fighters fan who enjoys watching fighters every now and again, I think that there are a lot of things that the FGC does right that StarCraft could learn from. To be clear, I think that there are a lot of things about the FGC that I also don't like. Looking at the biggest gathering of the fighting game community on Reddit, r Kappa, there are definitely things about that subreddit that I'm glad aren't in StarCraft 2. Having said that, though, there are definitely opportunities to learn from other scenes, and I think that the FGC is a great place for StarCraft 2 to look. They're both storied scenes with lots of professionals and lots of history. They've been around for years. Both scenes are doing very well in this day and age, but there is definitely room for improvement. And I just think that both scenes have something very special to offer. I think that there are areas in which the StarCraft scene could learn from fighters, and I think that there are areas in which fighters could learn from StarCraft. But in this video, I'm going to talk about StarCraft and how we can learn from the FGC. Something that I think the FGC does very well is supporting the community monetarily. Projects like Super Arcade are backed enormously by community members, and are really only stalled out when met by bureaucratic nonsense in Super Arcade's case. r Kappa actually sponsors players to go to tournaments, which is very reminiscent of early R StarCraft. The fact that we used to send players like Crank and Marine King to MLGs is very cool and exciting, and it will bring people into the community. But honestly, now in this day and age, I'm not sure that that could happen. Of course, there's lots of history in the StarCraft 2 community having to do with bad blood, broken promises, and just bad experiences with crowdfunding. But I think generally we should move past that now in 2016. Projects like Home Story Cup, Take TV's House, SC2 VN, ASL Bacon Infinity, and GameHeart are all projects that are well deserving of the money but have struggled to reach their goals. And for a community that loves to talk about how much they miss the Korean pros and how little money there is in Korea for Korean StarCraft pros, I think there's a beautiful opportunity to start sponsoring players. Second to that, I think that the FGC has a much more tongue-in-cheek mentality when it comes to broadcasts and tournaments. I think that in StarCraft 2 we have a tradition now of portraying ourselves as very professional, very reminiscent of professional sports. And I don't want that to go away, and I know that some people don't necessarily agree with me, but I think that SC2 needs more tongue-in-cheek, casual-friendly mentality, much like the FGC, a community that doesn't even necessarily accept the esports label. Tournaments like Home Story Cup are my favorite and bring in lots of viewers and are really special moments because they are so much more laid back than an IEM or a DreamHack. Allowing players to really show their personality, allowing casters to really show their personality is very important, and I think there needs to be more opportunities to just have fun playing professional StarCraft for everybody involved. My final and most important thing that I wish would transfer over from the FGC to the StarCraft 2 community is the fact that the FGC doesn't really seem to care how big they are or how small they are. Street Fighter V is a game that many people in the community are not happy with. Capcom is a company that many people in the community are not happy with. But you never see talk of dead game, you never see dead game memeing in the FGC because people just want to love their game. People don't really think that it's going to die. They know that they have something special going on and that it's not in danger immediately. If anything, it's growing. Street Fighter V received less viewership on Twitch than Super Smash Bros., which is a concept that many people in the FGC might be unhappy with, but there were no dead game memes happening in the chat. There was no talk about how much the game has declined and how worried everybody is. People don't care, they just wanted to watch Street Fighter. StarCraft 2 is still a bigger community than Street Fighter V. StarCraft 2 is still a bigger esport than Street Fighter V. Why should we be concerned every day about the state of the game? Yeah, it's declined, yeah, it's not in the best space, but the biggest thing detracting from growth, in my mind, in 2016 is the fact that people still go on about how it's a dead game. That hurts a lot to a casual audience. And while we can't control what people outside the StarCraft 2 community say and what they think, we can certainly, from the source, stem the flow. People within the StarCraft 2 community really just need to shut the hell up about dead game. Everybody has bad days, but we should feel good about where we are. We should adopt the mentality that the FGC has and just be happy about what we have right now and how we have potential to grow. And recognize that maybe not the biggest picture is being told in the numbers. Because while Street Fighter V might have gotten less viewership than Smash Bros. On Twitch TV, it was Street Fighter that was broadcast on ESPN2, not Smash. And that translates into a reported 500,000 extra viewers for that game. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm eager to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, most social media, I am Cyan Esports, one word. Please come back next week.